Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Well, hello my lovely nestlings and welcome to today's video where I am going to play and review one of the new palettes from Unearthly Cosmetics, the Dead of Night palette. I will show you 3 looks that I created. I will show you swatches, also comparison to the other one that she had already released, which is the In the Dark, and it's kind of an extension of that, so they can be used together or maybe not. I will also chat about how I feel about the performance of the palette. The palette will launch the 17th on unearthlycosmetics.com and I will link it down below. And if you want to save some money, you can use my affiliated code Nikki Raven to save at checkout. Yes, I'm covered in cat hair, as per usual. As you see, I also have new nails on, and I know someone will ask, so the nail set is from Kiss. It's the acrylic nude in medium. These are the ones that I have on. Yes, that's not why you clicked on the video, or at least most of you did not. And let's just get into it. Let me show you the close-up and the swatches of the big Dead of Night palette. You get... how many shades do we have? 3, 6, 9, 12. We have 12 shades. We have 12 shades. It's a combination of mattes and shimmers. There's also a matte with micro sparkles in there. And there are 2 mattes actually with micro sparkles in there, which is the shade Gloom, which is the grey matte, and then the dark blue, which is called Bedtime. As for the shimmers, they all kind of have a little something in them, which you will see during the looks as well. Now this palette is cruelty free. There are eye safety warnings on here. And what does that mean? It means that they are using vegan dyes, and vegan dyes can stain your eyelids and are not approved, well, are not tested by the FDA. I'm going to stop saying the word approved. They are not tested by the FDA. That means that they have no idea. So what do brands do? Basically say don't use them around your immediate eye area because they have not been found safe or unsafe for that matter. However, yeah, we in Europe are hardy folk apparently, because the EU actually has approved for use around the immediate eye area the vegan dyes that are used in makeup. However, I did notice that this palette stained for me. I could care less though, but yeah, if you don't want that, or you know that you are sensitive to one of the dyes that they use, then don't buy the palette or don't use that shade around your immediate eye area. Honestly, if it itches or starts to burn, just stop using it and take it off. It's not that deep. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, this palette was sent to me in PR, by the way, and it will retail for 40 bucks when it launches the 17th. I already have a video up showing everything that she's going to release, so also the Grind palette, but also the 7 new Satin liquid lipstick shades that she will launch. I have swatched them in the Grind video, so I will link that as well. I do use some of them during the looks as well, so you can kind of see them in action. Okay, shall we just for funsies start with look number 1? Because I can. So for look number 1, I kind of was inspired by the shirt I was wearing, and this palette lends itself very, very well for dark and dramatic makeup looks. And as I usually do, if I'm going to start with a very dark color, especially a green or a blue, I usually use a lighter color to set my eyeshadow base, because I usually work that way. So that is the reason that I started with the shade Gloom, and it worked perfectly. And it also combined very, very well with the dark green called Murk. And it's a very... I thought it would be intensely pigmented, but for me, or at least with the brushes that I used, it's a buildable formula. So the nice thing about that is that you don't have to worry that, well, you basically, it gets out of control quickly, right? Because this is also a very nice buildable formula. So the look was kind of done quickly. Keeping with the theme, I really wanted to use the grey, which is the shade Nightfall, and I really do love it. I would also really, really love to do the purple and the grey. I think that will be very, very pretty as well. I really do like the greys that are in here. I think it gives the palette a little bit something extra. Now everything that I also used to finish off the makeup look will be listed down below in the description box. Just so you know. The look wore very, very well during the day. It was a long day. It was my bestie's birthday and it was night work, honestly. But it was still looking good at the end of the, well, the early morning. It was early morning. Yes, it was. It still looked good. So for look number 2, I kind of started a little bit differently. I wanted to see how easy these darker mattes are to blend out with a lighter shade. So that is why I started with the shade Dimness. I did also had in mind that I would blend it out with the shade Misty, and I wanted to keep it a little bit more on the bluer side instead of really on the pinker side. So that's why I did not pull in the other pinky purple that is in here. It worked very, very well. It worked very, very well. Now I also kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do in the inner corner, so that is why I also packed on the shade Dimness on my eyelid, because I wanted to use the shade Star, the shimmer that I used, as a topper shade. So that is also what I did. It did not really feel dark enough in my outer corner, so that is why I grabbed the blues as well. And then when I went to put the shade Cloud in my inner corner, it was a little bit darker than I had anticipated. So it didn't matter though, because I lightened it up anyway, just put a sparkle on top of it. But honestly, for me, to put it in the inner corner, I kind of personally need a shade that's a hint lighter, right now at least. If I am in summer and I'm darker, then I don't have a problem with this whatsoever. And again, this makeup look wore beautifully during the day as well. Yes, I did have a little bit of staining, but I also had staining from the eyeliner that I used. So, yeah. Then the last look that I have on today, I kind of wanted to do something blue and green. So I started again with the dark green because I really wanted to see how it would perform. And again, it is a buildable formula, which I don't mind at all. I blended it out with the shade Garden and it worked very, very well. I did not really get any patchiness. Now, if I do get any patchiness, what I actually do is just tap over with the color that is there. You know, but when I wanted to blend it out, and a lot of the times where I am blending, as you see, that's a problem area for me, because there it tends to kind of get patchy quickly. I think it's because my eyelids are moving or something like that. I have no idea. But I think it's very cool. And I knew that I wanted to use the shade Dead of Night all over my lid, because I just wanted to play with it. And this, because it kind of has a little bit of a sparkle in it, I think it's a very, very pretty blue, and this is actually one of the blues that I do really enjoy. Same with the shade Bedtime. It's kind of so let me explain the blues that I don't really like. The blues that I don't really like are the blues that have too much red in them, like ink. If you have blue ink, oftentimes there is a hint of red in there, and it just does not, I don't like it on me. So it's kind of the jean blue of the jeans. I usually don't like that type of blue as an eyeshadow, but anything that's mint or teal, you know, has a little bit more green, or a grey blue, those I really do enjoy. I did end up pulling actually the In the Dark palette for the shade, can we go here, for the shade In the Dark, because I wanted extra depth. When I am doing kind of a mid-tone look, the dark shades that are in this palette for me are dark enough. But if I'm doing a dark look anyway, I want to have extra depth. So then oftentimes I either pull in a black or a very, very deep color. And that is what I did today. I really do like how the look came out. So yeah, let me go over how I feel about the palette. The performance is very good. I did not have any issues with any of the shades really going patchy on me. I did not have any issues with creasing. The shadows stayed on all day. Even the shade Star, when I use it as a topper, was still there at the end of the evening. As I said, it's a buildable formula, so they look very, very deep and dark in the pan. But I also noticed it with swatching the palette that it's not a thin formula, but it's a buildable formula, and I can tell when I'm swatching that. And the mattes, yeah, as I said, they blend beautifully into each other. The shimmers are stunning as well. The only issue that I kind of have with this palette is that, honestly, if I use it as a standalone palette, I wish, because this is already such a dark palette, I would have preferred a very deep dark matte in here. However, I also know that she designed this with the In the Dark palette in mind, because it's kind of an extension. So if you then compare and see them side by side, as I will also show you, and I will also show you the swatches, then you see that they do complement each other very, very well. So the dark shade that I'm kind of missing in the Dead of Night palette, I have in the dark palette. It's a very deep, I don't know if it's a deep purple or a deep blue. I'm kind of not sure, but it works nonetheless. I can use it to darken up the green as I did today. I can use it to darken up the purple, to darken up the blue. So I can very much use this. There are no overlaps in both palettes. Maybe some of the shades are close, but there's a certain murkiness that is in the dark palette that kind of the Dead of Night palette is missing. So it's still dark, but it's not as murky, if that makes any sense at all. Yeah, I think that is it. I think that is it. I think that the color story is fun. It's something different. And then especially to offset the grind palette that she also launched. Let me show it to you real quickly. This is so different. It's almost day and night, right? And I think that's a lot of fun. Everything, the grind palette, the new lip shades and this palette will launch, as I said, the 17th on her website. And I will link it down below. I will also link my playlist from all the other things that I did with Unearthly Cosmetics. And in a nutshell, do I think that this palette is worth the money? Yes, I do. I think that the quality speaks for itself in this. If you love a formula that is buildable, that is still easy to control, but where the colors are dark and moody almost, then this is the palette for you. If you like the color story, then I don't think that you will be disappointed. At least if you prefer the same type of formula as I do, which is a buildable but still blendable formula as well. I really, really like that. I also love a very pigmented formula as long as I can still blend it out, because I love blended looks. This may be, if you want a formula that you basically pat on and you have instant pigment, this is not that formula. You need to build it up a little bit, but I do really prefer that. So I hope that that is helpful. And let me know down below if you are excited. Let me know if you're planning on picking it up. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention them. I know you saw them. They're cute, right? They're cute. So basically I got a PR package also from V Cosmetics, and in there was a bat stamp liner that is also listed down below. So on one side you have a bat stamp, on the other side you just have a liner. Just for funsies. She has them in different colors. It will be listed down below. But if you're still here, leave me the bat emoji. Because of the funkiness, that is me. I don't know. Never mind that. It doesn't matter. Just leave me the bat emoji because of the, cute bats that I have on the side. And thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. I'm going to wish you a fantastic day, a fabulous evening. May your foundation always match your neck. And I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.